All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Don't look now, folks, but a big free agency domino is off of the books as it looked like all-star third baseman Manny Machado was set to opt out of his deal after the 2023 season with the San Diego Padres and looked to strike it rich on the free agent front. But that was not the case, as Machado and the Padres have come to an agreement on an 11-year extension for $350 million. This is very important right here because you look at it, Machado still had $150 million left on his initial deal that he signed with the San Diego Padres several years ago. He's 30 years of age and he's coming off of one of the best MLB seasons of his career. He hit 298 with 32 home runs and 102 runs batted in last season as he finished second in the National League MVP balloting while also helping the Padres reach the NLCS. Now, Machado has spent 4 of his 11 seasons in the MLB, with the Padres. And right now, he picked the perfect time to cash in. Dan Lozano represents Machado, and this was a perfect time for them as you had some big market teams, a la the New York Mets, that were expected to heavily pursue Machado on the open market next winter. And for Machado, you see what he was able to do. He had the opt out clause in his deal. And this is why players around Major League Baseball want to hit free agency quicker. Because a guy like Machado, a star player, has now had the opportunity to cash in twice, where in years past, guys had to wait till they were like 30, 31, or 32 to get one deal. And typically, you had some teams out there that were looking to lowball them because of their age. Machado won't be 31 until July, and he's now had the opportunity to get two really good deals. So AJ Preller, the Padres general manager, he's at it again because we saw the Darvish extension earlier this month. We saw San Diego sign all-star shortstop Xander Bogaerts away from the Boston Red Sox. Then, of course, trading to acquire outfielder Juan Soto last year from the Washington Nationals. And, now you're locking up Machado. And, of course, Machado was willing to opt out and he was talking to the Padres. And just when he didn't get what he appeared that he wanted, he talked about, possibly going someplace else next year. And basically, Machado, in doing so, was able to call the Padres bluff and they ponied up the bread to keep him in the 619 for the coming years. So now you have Machado taken care of. You have Xander Bogarts under contract for a while. What does this mean for Fernando Tatis Jr.? And I say that because, of course, we saw Tatis Jr. sign that mega deal several years ago with San Diego. Hasn't panned out so far, of course, with Peds and, the moped incident. And for me, the biggest thing, and I said it before all of this came down the pike, the real money on the contract or Fernando Tatis Jr. has not kicked in yet. And with that said, it would not surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me then. It definitely won't surprise me now to see the Padres look to move Tatis Jr. to a bigger market club, somebody who's willing to take on the hefty portion of that contract, as it looks like, Machado is definitely going to be the centerpiece for the coming years. But bringing it back full circle to the 2023 version of the San Diego Padres, this team is all in. And I've said that before, and I will continue to harp on that. They are all in their push to win the franchise's first World Series championship. You got Soto, you got Machado, obviously Tatis is going to be back. You have Bogarts, taking care of a guy like you, Darvish. You also have Blake Snell in this rotation as well. And there is excitement around this Padres team. Remember, the Padres right now are the only story in town because, of course, the Chargers left San Diego several years ago for LA. And, of course, if you want to take it there, the Clippers left San Diego about 30 years ago in favor of Los Angeles as well. So now, it's just all about the Padres in San Diego. So, with that said, if you build it, they will come. And now you have given the fan base in San Diego something to go to Petco Park to see on a nightly basis. And the way that the Padres are doing it right now, this right here should be a sign to some of the other small market teams or smaller market teams around Major League Baseball that continue to cry poverty. The Padres have said, you know what, we're pushing all of our eggs in the basket. They tried it last year and they're doing it again this year. We don't know what's going to happen in 2024, but nonetheless, they are pushing all of their eggs in the basket trying to win a championship. While you got some other small market teams out there crying poverty, excuse me, while also pointing a finger at the bigger market clubs that are willing to spend, the Padres are showing, you know what, the little guy can go out there and try to swing with the big dogs in order to try to get it done. But nonetheless, you look at taking care of Machado. Obviously, this right here for San Diego is big for them, due to the fact that he's going to be a Padre for the most part for the bulk of his career. Because even when he gets older, when his skills begin to diminish in the field, you've got yourself a designated hitter. But nonetheless, you have a guy in the middle of your lineup that can flirt with hitting 290. He can flirt with hitting 30 home runs, driving in 100 runs each season. And on top of that, he is somebody that puts fear in opposing pitchers. And you look at that depth, and you can never have enough hitters in the postseason. And of course, the Padres are definitely hopeful that Tatis comes back. You still got Soto. Now you got Bogarts. And of course, you've taken care of Machado. So just when you thought Manny Machado was going to use the 2023 MLB season to showcase his skills for a big payday, turns out the 2022 MLB season, as well as Machado's mouth and his representation from his agent, allowed him to cash in a little bit quicker than a lot of people expected. But nonetheless, Manny Machado was a $300 million man before. Now he's a $350 million man as he cashed in to remain a Padre. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.